Hi everybody, it's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology. Today we're going to do the May horoscopes for everybody. And we know that we're in Venus season, Taurus season rather, right? You can call it Venus season if you like, especially if you are thinking all about love and all about, what Venus is. But this month is a really physical month, it is. And it's really Taurus season all the way, I mean through and through, because we have a new moon in Taurus and then also Venus entered Taurus early or very early in the month. I have a video on that as well, and you can check that out. I feel like it was at the end of April. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but it's kind of eluding me right now. But this month is going to be all about the physical. It's going to be about what's tangible, what you can touch, what you value, what's important to you as well, and it can be about whatever is sustaining you, like what your food, your money. Maybe your beliefs as well, because it is about beliefs, it's about values, it's about what's important to you. It can be about your self-esteem this month. It definitely can. And everything is supporting that, basically. I feel like it is. It could be about creativity this month. There could be maybe changes within food. Now we're talking about, for the collective, there might be changes in food this month. There could be possibly, changes with values or changes with money, with the currency. It's a possibility. But everything this month is based on the physical. And we call this, also creating, and food, as I mentioned. And Taurus is all about stability because it is the second house of what sustains us. Money, resources, values, all those things keep us propped up. Basically, right? So whatever you're choosing this month, or whatever is really important to you, or what is supporting you, you're most likely going to choose something that's important, something that's valuable. There won't be any, it's unlikely the choices made this month will be kind of just halfway, or based on something that's not very important, but it looks bright and shiny. It's really not that energy. It's about what is valuable to you, and what your values are all about. So, as I said, love and sensuality can be really important because Venus is in Taurus. Taurus is about Venus, is for sure. And also anything physical like food. You could be gardening this month, maybe going out to nice dinners, food, and exercise. Also, maybe you want to treat yourself, because Taurus, Venus is also about the good things in life, the luxury, and take yourself out, you treat yourself good, get pedicures and, manicures, just things like that. So it's all about treating yourself well, because Venus, Taurus, is about the good things in life. It is. And so we're going to talk about Aries right now, because we always start with Aries. And your first and second houses, Aries, is being activated this month. So this is about your personal life, your identity, and how you go about your life. So how you assert yourself, or whatever's important to you in your life, is going to be really important this month. It can also be about your physical body, right? And your second house is also being activated, and the second house is Taurus. This is the season we're in. So this is about, once again, money and resources and values. And you may be feeling different this month, Aries. You could be making some changes. You may be moving forward, feeling far more empowered, or whatever you feel like is natural to you, or fated possibly. There's a lot of reflection about yourself, leading toward a healing or an improvement of something about you or for you. Mercury is direct in your sign, Aries, giving you clarity, or you're feeling better about your own ideas and projects. These may have to do with siblings or travel, and you may be traveling later in the month. Venus is in your second house, where it's comfortable. It sure is, letting you slow down and take your time. You may be approaching love with more patience. You could be approaching the whole month with more patience, and just taking time to slow down, because Venus, Taurus, it's a slower energy. It's a practical energy. It's stable, and it likes to stay stable. Yeah, Taurus doesn't like change, and although it is about stability, so we can see it's about the steady progress, things like that. You could be traveling later in the month, And Venus in your second house is letting you take time and to smell the roses, possibly. You may be approaching love with more patience. You could be getting out in nature more, because that's also a very Taurus theme. Aries, your sign is very passionate and dynamic by nature, but your values about love might be changing this month. Maybe it's temporary, right? That doesn't sound like Taurus, though. It sounds like something, because this is the second house, it does sound like something very kind of steady, right? You might be changing your ideas or kind of how your approach to love, things like that. And could be a very passionate month for you. It could be, a very sensual month for you. It may be. You tend to hurry things, Aries, or just step into them without much thought, right? You're a fire sign, so bam. But this energy, this month, you're going to take your time in making choices, I believe, and they're based on your values, most likely. So yeah, you'll be doing things a bit slower. Quality may be more important than quantity, and you may be getting into nature more. That's also very Taurus. There's a hidden conjunction with Mars, your planet, and Neptune. You're trusting your intuition with this aspect, guiding you toward action, which is very natural for you, Aries. However, this is highly intuitive. This is more intuitive. And you may seem very passionate and mesmerizing, Aries, right? Who doesn't want to be mesmerizing, right? I do. And you may be a little more sensitive or compassionate with this aspect. Venus is in your second house, as I mentioned, of money and resources. So any decisions or action you take this month will be with more patience. And I feel like I mentioned that. And it will be about anything that you value. This may be all about your stability and what sustains you. For sure, beauty and creativity may be more important this month. Treating yourself to the good things in life, cooking, gardening could all be a theme for you this month. Maybe getting a massage. The physical aspects are all under the second house. And Mars, your own ruling planet, Aries, is aspecting Pluto very nicely in your own sign, Aries. We call this a sextile. You're particularly driven and passionate about something. This could be a very intense approach. It definitely could, possibly erotic, something maybe complex. This is energy where you won't allow anyone to get in your way, regardless of what it's about or who they are, because you're highly determined to get whatever it is that you set out to do. And this will last for a few days toward the beginning of the month. We're past that, but that's okay. You can look back and see if that's kind of how you were feeling, right? And also this month, you have a lot of support with the stellium in Taurus, with the Sun, Jupiter, Uranus, and Venus supporting you in anything you want to expand on, Aries, change or grow, and especially in anything you value. You could be focused on your money, definitely. So toward the end of the month, on May 23rd, Aries, the full moon in Sagittarius takes place, and it takes place on the 23rd. And I might talk about that in another video, but this does take place in a fellow fire sign. So this is good. This is supporting you with the energy of Jupiter and the Sagittarius trine with Pluto, your co-ruler, with the Sun. Yeah, Pluto is your co-ruler, and Mars is your ruler. So this is making it easier for you to rebuild something in your life. It may be easier for you to see what needs to change, for you to rebuild, regenerate something. This will be very powerful for you, as it puts you in a place of self-mastery about what needs changing or what needs transforming. If you're seeking change, you'll definitely have the courage. You'll feel more powerful. Once this is done, interesting, you might be feeling more powerful to kind of take this on, whatever this was, but you're going to be feeling more powerful. It's really a good month for you, even though the energy is in an earth sign. And you're a fire sign. It's a little different, but this is really based on your second house is very important here, and this whole month is really about the second house. So, also this is taking place in Gemini too, as the Sun will move into Gemini on May 20th. So this may be about how you approach your ideas or your decisions or your style of communication. Maybe you want to start a podcast. You may be writing something, Aries. However, it's usually something intense with Pluto in the mix, definitely. This is going to give you more courage and willpower. And the Sun in Gemini with this aspect can remind you to let go of any past mistakes in order to stand in your power. So I hope that was helpful, Aries, and good luck. We're going to go on now to Taurus, and this is Taurus's month, so, you know, very interesting for Taurus, of course. This is going to be even more impactful, more resonating. Okay, there's so much going on for you this month, Taurus. The sun entered your sign on April 20th, and this is always a favorable time for you. Whenever it's your birthday, of course, it's your season, right? The new moon in Taurus took place on May 7th, just a couple days ago, and Venus, your ruling planet, highlights something hopeful for us, a seeding of something new. And for you, this will likely be about anything relating to Venus, your ruling planet. So the theme is definitely all about the physical aspect, this and the energy of Venus. And this month you're going to be focusing on love, self-love, your self-esteem, your values, taking better care of yourself, creativity, money, and the resources that sustain us. You might be getting out in nature more. Food and gardening could really be important. Maybe you're cooking more. Because this whole month, all this energy is taking place in your own first house, Taurus. So this is about you, and with this Venus energy, very personal there for sure. Sensuality and touch can be very important this month. Maybe you're doing a lot of exercise as well. You could be. That's very physical. Anything to do with money and relationships are all part of what Venus embodies. So Jupiter has already joined forces with Uranus on April 20th in your sign, where Jupiter will remain until the next Taurus season in 2025. And Uranus will remain there until July of 2025. This super astrological aspect in your sign is especially important and supporting you now, since the sun is in your sign with power, spirituality, innovation, expansion, and growth. Yes, this energy will be helping you, as Uranus symbolizes a fixed energy like yourself, right? As Uranus symbolizes Aquarius is it is a fixed sign. Yeah, that is interesting, right? Although it's unstable, very interesting. Like yourself, Taurus is a fixed sign because Taurus doesn't like change, and Taurus is slow and steady but wins the race. That's really kind of how that is. And there's going to be added spirituality for you this month. Trusting your intuition can help you this month, Taurus, as Venus is in a nice aspect with your 9th house of spirituality, philosophy, and adventure. You might feel more adventurous for sure. You might be wanting to study or travel. This is also happening in a fellow Earth sign, thus supporting this. Yeah. And this month you're going to have more courage, Taurus. The sun is in a nice aspect with the black moon in your fellow Earth sign, helping you overcome anything you might see as dark about yourself, right? Everybody kind of thinks that they might have something that, you know, maybe they're not in love with, right? Definitely. And secrets and things kept hidden can be purged at this time. Your intuition is very high right now, especially since we had the new moon on May 7th, which is, you know, a couple of days ago. Venus is also in harmony with Vesta. This is wonderful. Vesta is the planet. It's not even really a planet. It's a little asteroid. And this is supporting harmony and balance. That's what it's about. And so Venus is in harmony with Vesta. You're going to feel more harmonious and more secure this month, as they are aspecting the same day as the new moon. And the new moon in your sign, in your own sign, will be a very hopeful time for new beginnings and seeding new beginnings, right? Hopeful for a new beginning, but kind of starting to seed it. That's very Taurus, basically. It is in its own right. You're going to be feeling that anything opposing in your life can be balanced or rectified, especially anything emotional or having to do with your own personal power. So good luck, Taurus, and we will see you in the next video. And so now we're going to talk about Gemini's horoscope. And so Gemini, we know that the sun will move into your sign on May 20th. But for now, this month, you know, up until basically, we're going to talk about later in the month for you too, there's a lot of activity in your 10th and your 11th houses. Your 10th house is your house of career. This is authority and ambition, right? And your 11th house is about your gains, your hopes and wishes, social causes. And your 12th house is about endings and intuition. It can be about creative aspects. This is Neptune, and this is Pisces energy. And Pisces always really, the energy is always wanting to kind of merge with another. Yeah, very interesting how that is. But this is these are the houses that this is in, right? And it's a very compassionate. Maybe you're feeling more compassionate this month, Gemini. You could be. So Mercury moves from Aries. This is your ruling planet. Moves from Aries to Taurus on the 15th of the month, for sure. And or within a day of that, depending where you're out in the world. This month you may be going back. You may be going back to your past, Gemini, or at least thinking about it, right? Finding lost articles might be really important to you. You may feel motivated to find lost documents or anything that's important. Spirituality will most likely be a theme this month for you. And also merging the logical side of your personality, because you're very logical, right? In the tarot we say, you know, you represent the Queen of Swords. This is intellect and wit. This is able to discern and create ideas and things like that. And so you may find a very spontaneous need to connect to your intuition and balance the logical side of your personality with spirituality or with your intuition. Maybe some of you are going through a spiritual awakening. It may start as an intellectual vibe. It really could. And you realize your place in the universe is much more special than you thought, is actually spiritual, and that you are just having a physical experience. Yeah, and that you are a spiritual being for sure. And so we also have, definitely for some of you, Gemini, you may be feeling the power of both the spiritual and physical side of us, right? Which is very Taurus. But the divine feminine and divine masculine, as Taurus, is about the physical. As I said, food, exercise, sensuality, finances, anything physical may seem more important at this time for you. Being with friends could be really important, Gemini. Enhancing your social life and sharing ideas and thoughts will be, you know, all part of your astro weather this month. And you might want to share ideas with particular groups of people. You may want to do that. You may be more interested in social causes or groups this month, or the environment in some way. Your ruling planet, Mercury, conjoins Chiron on May 6th, giving you the courage to face something with conviction. This highlights painful conversations or difficult conclusions you may be sharing with someone. Yeah, interesting there. Chiron is encouraging deep reflection, Gemini, on whatever this is about, allowing you to overcome some type of vulnerability. Mercury is direct now, and you may have waited to state or declare something, or simply conclude on something you may have kept waiting, or maybe you said, I need to wait on this, possibly. Now with Mercury, your own sign direct, your own planet rather, there may be a need to speak up or take a decision on something. You might feel compelled to do that. Your 10th house is highlighted, Gemini, and there's a likeliness you're standing up to, or you're simply stating your case when it comes to bosses or someone of authority in your life. Yeah, it's a good time to present an idea, definitely, and project or proposal, or communicate your personal expectations. So on the 18th, Gemini, the Sun is going to will join forces with Jupiter, still in Taurus, of course, but this will be affecting you on some level with your beliefs or your belief in yourself, possibly. And then the Sun will move into your sign on May 20th. You're going to feel more enthusiastic. We always do feel better when we are, in our own season or in our own sign, when the Sun is in our sign. And you may feel more expansive or progress-oriented as Jupiter, the planet of expansion and growth, will enter your sign. Very cool, right? Anyone with planets between 13 to 18 degrees is probably going to feel this more. And on the 27th, Mercury, your ruling planet, will form a sextile. It's a favorable aspect with Saturn, and this is going to slow things down for you. You're kind of a fast sign, you are. And Gemini, but also it's going to add some stability or concreteness to this, for lack of a better word here, to any projects you have, ideals, proposals, or decisions that you want to maybe conclude on. And good luck, Gemini, and we're going to see you in the next video. Yes. And Cancer, this is a great month for you. It is, because the Sun is in Taurus, right? And Taurus is an earth sign and you're a water sign. And they mix well, don't they? Yeah. And so both signs are associated with what sustains us, because Cancer is about your feelings, and they definitely sustain you on some level, right? As long as we can kind of keep them balanced. But the fourth house is foundation and family, and it is feelings, but it is also what sustains us, because family, right? Family sustains us, and this is, all this is happening in your yeah. And so, excuse me, guys, this is happening in your fourth house, and so you could be approaching life more emotionally, uh, although Taurus is more physical or practical, and Cancer approaches life more emotionally and more intuitively. So what I'm saying here is that you might be approaching life a little bit more with practicality, because you're a very intuitive sign, for sure, because you're ruled by the moon, right? Definitely, and you're a water sign. So you start the month off with the moon, your ruling planet, in a very good aspect with Venus. And the moon is in Aquarius at this time, and during the first couple of days of the month, which are, a few days ago they are, but hey, you can always look back. You may be seeing love or looking at anything of the physical aspect less emotionally. And that's really good, because you guys have emotions. Yeah, you have a lot of emotions to share. You do. And so it's a great balance for you guys. It definitely is. And I know this, my son is a Cancer, so I know this for a fact, right? This is why they say Cancers make the most money, because they deal with people better. They understand people, and they do. They always understand. They understand people's feelings, and that's huge, right? That's so important. When you don't understand people's feelings, that can be a problem, right? All right. Okay. So you could be looking at even relationships, Cancer. You might be seeing those relationships perhaps a little bit more detached, however, more sensual and more grounded. What a great combo, right? And then the moon will form a nice aspect with the sun, allowing you to feel more content, relaxed, and balanced. There's a lot of activity in your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses, and the sun is in your 11th house of hopes and wishes, Cancer, or gains. We like to call it gains too. Social causes and friendships. The second week of May, the sun and the moon are together, allowing clarity and the ability for you to achieve any goals, blending the power of the subconscious of the sun and the intuition, the power of the subconscious mind, definitely. So the new moon will be in Taurus on May 7th, or the new moon, right, moved into Taurus basically on the 7th, a couple days ago. That's also very favorable for you. Whatever you're hopeful about will have a very practical or pragmatic influence to it. You're feeling more solid, or that your wishes or projects are definitely in reach this month. Around the middle of the month, the moon will aspect Vesta, the planet of balance and harmony, in your own sign. It's happening in an earth sign, Virgo. It's happening in an earth sign, which is Virgo. You're not Virgo, you're Cancer, which is favorable for you. It's in your 3rd house of ideas, Cancer, willpower, the mental realm, siblings, extended family, the neighborhood, possibly community, and short-term travel. These are all highlighted for you. So Jupiter and Uranus are both in your 11th house, making you feel more enthusiastic, more innovative, and creative. And there's an aspect when the moon moves into your 4th house, Cancer, the house into your 4th house of partnerships. So your 4th house is based on Libra, right? The 7th house, basically, for you. This is your 4th house is the house of partnerships, basically. But you may not be seeing clearly, or you're feeling a little emotional at this time. You could. This is happening the 3rd week of May, right when the sun moves into Gemini. And for you, Cancer, you typically enjoy the sun in Taurus much more than Gemini, and the sun moves into your 12th house, causing a bit of confusion later in the month. Yeah, interesting. You may not be seeing things clearly again, or feeling emotional, as this is all under the 12th house. Things may seem blurry. On the 20th, the moon is in discordance with Pluto. This will last a couple days, and this is something very intense and emotional. It may be something that is coming to the surface, possibly about family or somebody from the past. The moon also rules the public. Interesting, right? The masses. So there may be something exposed about your private life that you might not like, right? It just depends. So no worries, Cancer. This is going to pass because the moon moves out of this energy basically every 2 days. The moon changes sign every 2 to 2.5 days. Yeah. Near the end of the month, the moon is in nice aspect with the North Node in your 10th house of career. You're feeling more in control of what you want regarding the work that you do, Cancer, or that fate is helping you move toward that. It does look really good for you, Cancer. It's a great month. And yeah, thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. And for you, Leo, this is your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses are being activated this month. Yes, they are. And your career is being highlighted. You may be concerned with your reputation or how you're being seen in the world. Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, is supporting you in that area of work and career. The Sun is conjunct Jupiter. And this is very favorable with this area of your life. The Sun is your ruling planet. Yes, it is. As the Sun, it's exactly. So this is about something very favorable in your life. There may be something going on with your father, or you are a father, or your children. The focus is on money, stability, your values, taking time to slow down and enjoy. And your sign is about fun and creativity, Leo, it is. And you share this with Taurus, especially on the creative end. And although they are an earth sign, you do share that with them. So this is something favorable. It is. You may be spending more time with hobbies or creative interests. The Sun in your house of authority and ambition is about leadership and being very clear on what's important to you. Yeah, there's major clarity, I believe, about your values this month. And so the 9th house of spirituality, philosophy, and higher education and long-term travel are highlighted as well. There's something you've looked at very deeply, maybe very spiritually. Maybe you're looking at it in that way, in order to resolve an old wound or a certain vulnerability or something you feel like needed either improving or healing or changing. You might feel this has a fated aspect to it, as the North Node is together with Mercury and Chiron, all in a fellow fire sign. Yeah, it's very interesting. And your ruling planet, the Sun, is nicely aspecting Saturn in your 8th house. And the 8th house is the house of regeneration, death and transformation, intimacy, the taboo, and shared resources. And this is the 8th house of Scorpio. And Pluto, yeah. And this is supporting any leadership aspirations you have with any leadership role you may be in, because this is very powerful. Because of this 8th house energy, you might be transforming something or regenerating something related to finances or relationships, and there may be something taboo going on as well, Leo. On the 20th, the Sun is going to enter Gemini, and later in the month, the Sun will aspect Neptune very nicely, which will move into your 9th house of spirituality. Your intuition, your sensitivity may be heightened during this time, and you may have psychic insights about yourself, other people, or about the future, the 3rd week of May. Around the end of the month, your planet will be in the 11th house of gains, hopes and wishes, social causes, and friendships. So this is a favorable time, a favorable aspect with the Sun and Pluto. You should be feeling very ambitious, charismatic, and focused. Yes, definitely. And there's maybe about a group of people or something you would like to change with Pluto in your 7th house of partnerships. And this could be about a one-on-one relationship, or possibly with friends or a group of people. Okay, Leo, it looks really good, and we're going to see you in the next video. And now we have for Virgo, this is happening in your 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th houses. So most of these, the energy we talked about before, or for the signs we talked about before, most of this is happening in not the limelight, but in your social life. And now we're starting to move toward Virgo. We're starting to kind of move toward, well, we're still there. We're still kind of about the social life. We are, but we're starting to move toward. So Virgo, this is happening for you in your social life and your personal life as well, more so in your social life. Yeah, but also, yeah, and something really spiritual could take place for you this month, because we have the 8th and 9th houses activated for you. Relationships could be highlighted, and with that, you could be really enthused about a relationship with somebody this month. Yeah, this is an interesting aspect here. Something about your daily routine or lifestyle could change this month. There may be something that you're regenerating. It may have to do with your beliefs. You could be changing your beliefs about something. There's something you value that you're enthused about that you want to grow and expand on. Yeah. And Mercury, your ruling planet, is in your 8th house of transformation, intimacy, the taboo, and shared resources. Yeah, this is powerful. And your ideas about something you want to change or rebuild, they're highlighted right now. Yeah, as I kind of mentioned that. It joins forces with Chiron, and this has allowed you, Virgo, to look very closely at it. You're already really analytical, right? Virgo is super analytical. They are. Your ruling planet is Mercury, that you share with Gemini of the mind, right? And allowing you to look at something very closely. And Chiron can be seen also as your co-ruling planet. And so Chiron can also be about reflection. It's usually about reflecting on what we need to change in our life in order to improve it. And so Chiron, and the emphasis here is going to be on health, any type of health, emotional, physical, or financial. Chiron joins with Mercury, allowing a very clear analysis. Your planet, as I mentioned, a very clear analysis about whatever is important for you this month. And so, yeah, the new moon is in a fellow Earth sign, Virgo, and this is very favorable as well. And so Mercury moves out of Aries into Taurus on the 15th of the month. Your ideas are grounded, Virgo. They usually are, but more so maybe. They're practical, but you seem to be using your intuition at this time. So that's really important, right, to always kind of, weigh both sides with your intuition and with your logical mind. This is basically, for me, this is a bit of the divine masculine and divine feminine. It's really how I see that. And so the sun is moving into Gemini on the 20th, and it will be in your 10th house of career. You may want to be seen differently, possibly with your work. This may have to do with your father, or you are a father. Yeah, that's interesting. And there could be some clarity, or something's being illuminated about that. And the sun in your 10th house gives you clarity and the ambition you need, or you may seek at this time, Virgo. Okay, Virgo, we'll see you in the next video. And yeah, good luck to you this month. And so we have for Libra this month, your 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th houses are all highlighted. And so Libra, there's really a lot going on for you under the stars this month. Venus is your ruling planet as well, and you share that with Taurus, right? So this is going to be very important to you and impactful, because Venus is in Taurus, and this is this month. It's a little different for you than Taurus, but however still important. Venus is in your 8th house of intimacy, taboo, regeneration, and shared resources. Yeah, very interesting. The theme this month could be relationships, both intimate or other partnerships, business partnerships, creative partnerships. And the first week, Vesta, the tiny asteroid of balance and harmony, your co-ruling planet, this is what I like to call it. It's not really a planet. It's more like, I guess they call it a dwarfed planet. I feel like it is in discordance with the south node in your sign. This may be something emotional. Something or someone from the past could be creating some disharmony for you. It's possible. And there may be someone who seems selfish, or you feel like is only thinking about themselves, with the sun also in disharmony or discordance with the north node in your own sign. Excuse me. You may be trying to expand on something, Libra, this month. It's in your favor. It could be related to real estate, inheritances, anything related to shared resources, investments. The sun in your 8th house may be highlighting your personal power. Jupiter and Uranus are there to support this. Money is definitely important, yes, during this month for you. There could be changes here, and something could be ending or transforming for you, definitely. Your 7th house of partnerships is also the focus for you this month, Libra, and you might feel like you have to make a decision or accept something. It may be about strengthening or healing something you want to move on from, as I was talking about a little bit before, or something that has been a little bit vulnerable for you, maybe a sore spot about something from the past. It's possible. And something in your daily life may be changing, or you want it to. We have several oppositions between the past and the future, per se, as something seems challenging for you to move forward or toward your higher purpose, or simply something you want to improve and definitely move toward or achieve. Pluto, the planet of transformation, intimacy, the taboo, and shared resources, is aspecting you, Libra, in various ways. You're feeling challenged a bit more toward the end of the month, and you may feel like it's getting better. Yeah, I feel like things are going to get better for you toward the end of the month. And Neptune is aspecting Pluto very nicely. We have a sextile happening between your 5th and 6th houses. This is enhancing your courage, Libra, your leadership possibly about love or work or creative endeavors. This may have to do with your health. You're not afraid to tackle something or go ahead with possibly a creative project. Yeah, you guys are creative, ruled by Venus for sure. You guys are about beauty. Libra is always about beauty, and I have many Librans in my family, and they really are. They're great at home designers and things like that. Yeah, they are. Your daily life could be changing, and you feel like you're more able to deal with it. Okay, Libra, we're going to leave it there. Good luck, and we'll see you in the next video, and I hope that was helpful. And now for Scorpio, this is happening in several houses for you, Scorpio. Much of the month's astro climate is really in Taurus, and this is an earth sign, and this is favorable for you. It is, as water mixes well with earth. A lot of the activity in your 7th house of partnerships, and you are by nature associated with intimate relationships, so this month could really be highlighting your relationships for sure. You could be improving something about your daily routine or your lifestyle this month. You may have great ideas, and you have the willpower to carry them out. Yeah, there's something you know that needed improvement or change with creative projects, your parents or children, right? And something improves. This could be about your leadership, your work, or your health. Most of the astrological activity for you is going on in your personal life, Scorpio. Around the middle of the month, we have what we call a minor grand trine, and this is a kite, basically. And this is, you can fly. It's very supportive, right? And added to this is bringing ease to your life. That's what trines do. They make things easier and more able to kind of happen. Supporting. It's supporting you in anything that you are aspiring to do. It's an extra ease is added. You kind of get extra points, right, when we have a trine. And this has to do with something physical, Scorpio. This could be about love, especially with Venus in your 7th house. Yeah, there's a lot of relationship things going on for you this month. I feel like there is. The black moon, it may be about your values, resources, and creativity. And the black moon is also in harmony with Venus. With Venus, Mercury, the Sun, and Uranus. Yeah, interesting. Your attitude this month is powerful, or your demeanor is. It's really kind of both the same, isn't it? You may have a carefree attitude about what other people are thinking about you, or about something in the past, or something that you might have kept secret, or you didn't want maybe somebody to know about, but you don't really care. No, and this is you standing in your power. Yeah. And so there may be changes with anything physical in your life. With your 6th house of work and health highlighted, you may be taking better care of yourself or starting a new health regimen. This is also very Venus energy in itself. And you have the power to do whatever you're attempting to do, Scorpio, because Mars, your ancient co-ruler, is in your 6th house of work and health and daily routine. This is really supporting you. And you may have a new job. Your daily routine could be changing. Maybe you're moving because you have a new job. There's something about your daily routine that definitely could be changing, or your lifestyle in general. Yeah. And something is being corrected or improved or even healed. And it may have to do with the way you value or the way you think about your life. As I said, your day in and day out routine. It may be the way you see yourself in family dynamics. This is something very intense and complex, most likely, that is being overcome, Scorpio, for you. Yeah, your ideas about deep, intense topics could be changing. All this gets better around the 3rd week of the month. And now we have Neptune is in harmony with Pluto, your ruling planet, while Neptune sits in Pisces, your sister sign, right, your fellow water sign. And this is giving you that pioneering demeanor or I can do it, I can do this, right? There are some challenges this month, Scorpio, but overall it looks really good. So good luck, and we'll see you in the next one, Scorpio. And so now we're going to talk about Sagittarius, and your third house, your third, fourth, fifth, and sixth houses are being activated. So for you, Sagittarius, it's more personal. Yeah, this is where it really kind of gets more personal for everybody as we, move toward Pisces. But this is all about your personal life. As I said, a lot of changes are coming up for you, or you might feel like you're changing as well. Your own ruling planet, Jupiter, is in your sixth house of work, health, and daily life. I find this to be great for you because Jupiter is your own planet, but it's a benefic, right? It is most likely, for the most part, this is about expansion and growth. And so you could be expanding, excuse me guys, in that area of your life, work, home, or health. There's change and innovation or advancements, developments, definitely in your work or your health are being highlighted. Some can be working in the health field, whether or not that's alternative or conventional. Venus is also in your sixth house supporting this, and something big may be going on in your life. You may be planning to change something in your routine. At the beginning of the month, your own planet Jupiter is in harmony with Lilith, the black moon. This is about freedom, possibly with what other people think about us. This is a liberation. It's like, I don't care. I just feel free. I don't care maybe what people think. Maybe you don't care kind of possibly about what you were thinking about yourself. So maybe something you didn't like, or maybe something you saw as a possible vulnerability or a weakness. Some form of liberation is taking place. It definitely is about your private side, about your private life, or about you, kind of, your quiet side, you guys know what I mean. Yeah, the part you don't really show to people. That's basically it. There's something you're figuring out or understanding how to best deal with regard to the fifth house, Sagittarius. It could be leadership, children and parents, love, hobbies, and recreation. You may be overcoming something in love, or a broken heart possibly, or some type of past disappointment. And later in the month, your planet is in harmony with your fourth house of family and what sustains you. This is allowing you to expand, adding enthusiasm to whatever it may be. This could be adding to your stability or your feeling about it, right? And it may be about family or a family dynamic with a partner. Yeah, which is interesting, could be. So later in the month, Sagittarius, on May 24th, Jupiter will move into harmony with Neptune. This is affecting your sixth house of work and health and your fourth house of home, family, and your feelings. Something very nice could be coming together for you, Sagittarius. It may be unexpected because Uranus is still allied with your ruling planet Jupiter. Yes, it may be something sweet and adventurous. Definitely could be something spiritual. And on May 25th, Jupiter enters Gemini. This is going to be a time of very intelligent and expansive ideas or stories. So some of you may be publishing books, a blog, starting a podcast, and you'll probably be learning a lot at this time, feeling super enthused to share your thoughts and ideas with others. Sagittarius likes to do that anyway. Be careful not to rush into ventures or intellectual pursuits without giving ample thought. Yeah, try not to be impulsive. And I may discuss this whole Jupiter in Gemini. I may discuss that transit in a separate video for sure. Good luck, Sagittarius, and we'll see you in the next video. And so for Capricorn, this is happening for you primarily in your fourth and fifth houses, and in the second and third as well. And so this is about your personal life, Capricorn. So this is good for you, as this month the sun is in another earth sign, your fifth house of love, children and parents, creativity, recreation, hobbies. It's all lit up, and this can be about family, of course, when we talk about your personal life as well. Some of you could be moving, possibly your values could be changing about your living situation, about your neighborhood, things like that. Could be. There may be something going on with the past this month, Capricorn. This is still all happening in your personal life or your private life, and Venus is in your fifth house too. So this can highlight love, children, creativity, money, gambling, investments could be maybe important as well. Your own ruling planet, the sun, is in your fifth house. And And so your ruling planet is not the sun. Your ruling planet is Saturn, along with Jupiter. So you might get lucky this month. Yeah, it may be unexpected or may come as a surprise, Capricorn, as Uranus is conjunct Jupiter. This can be surprise endings, so unexpected surprises, something really good. This can be winning, right? It can be winning something. Jupiter's expansion is good luck. Unexpected winnings in something very interesting. Creativity is highlighted too for you. You might be winning the lotto this month. You could. And the fourth house of home, family, your feelings, and what sustains you is lit up here as well. And there may be something you're healing within a family dynamic, or you may have to make a decision about that. Your money may be improving, and you may be paying debts off. You may be paying or becoming more financially independent. This may be within a relationship possibly, but you're becoming more self-sufficient, Capricorn. And Capricorn likes that. Definitely, Capricorn loves that. And some of you may be moving someplace you always wanted to live. Yeah, it's really interesting. And something under this umbrella of home, family, what sustains you, and where you live, and real estate is definitely the focus this month. And on the 19th, the sun will create a nice aspect to Neptune, potentially causing you to feel more intuitive and logical at the same time, using all of your mind, giving clarity and spiritual insight. And so now we have, and also you may have new ideas or projects, Capricorn, and you're using your intuitive insight much more so than you ever have, possibly, right? The next day, on May the 20th, the sun enters Gemini, and this is going to change the energy for you, Capricorn. Moving out of a fellow earth sign into Gemini, for sure. Yes, moving out of Taurus. So this is going to change the energy. And so you guys, you guys like being in Taurus. It's another earth sign. Near the end of the month, Saturn, your ruling planet, is in Pisces, forming a nice aspect with Mercury between your 3rd and 5th houses. Your thoughts and ideas during this time can be crystal clear, Capricorn, possibly about children or family, anything to do with creativity or leadership. And you may also be working on something creative that has to do with communications, writing a blog, etc., etc., right? Anything to do with communication, intellectual pursuits, and maybe even starting a podcast. So good luck, Capricorn, and we'll see you in the next video. And now for Aquarius. Yeah, and for most of the month, Aquarius, your first through the 4th houses are all activated. This definitely can be about your personal life. It can be, the theme might be on your childhood this month a little bit, or your family, definitely. Your personal life is highlighted. And your family, as I said, your family, or really anything you identify with as your family, Aquarius, could be really important. This could be your tribe. It doesn't have to, if you're not married or you don't have any kids, or maybe you don't have any family, right? Then your own tribe, maybe your tribe at work, or some type of social cause, or just something like that. Maybe friends, even if you consider them family, could be really important. Moving or real estate may be important. And although this happens in an earth sign, your ruling planet Uranus is supporting anything that has to do with the 4th house. And this is beautiful, right? Because Uranus is about innovation and changing things and wanting to do things better, and very smart. Yeah, and you may move unexpectedly, or you might buy property at this time. Something about the past could come up. And with the 3rd house activation of this month, Aquarius, you may be asked to look at something very rationally before rushing into judgment. Around the 3rd week of the month, your own planet is aspecting Lilith, the black moon. You may be expressing yourself without self-judgment, or with or any self-consciousness. There may be something secretive you've kind of kept with that black, with the black moon and this Lilith aspect. Maybe you kept it kind of under wraps, or under lock. And there could be somebody from the past that's making you feel kind of emotional. And it's really interesting. That might be making you feel emotional, or in some way they might be important to your stability. There could be something that is kind of important to, like, whatever sustains you. Your mother may be important this month as well. And Pluto is still in your sign, Aquarius, meaning it's in your first house, and you may be changing or liberating yourself. This is the power to transform. It definitely is. And your third house of siblings, extended family, and community, learning skills, willpower, communication, and short-term travel are important and highlighted this month too. You may be trying to improve something in this area, and there could be a healing within a family dynamic, possibly with a sibling. Your second house of money, resources, and values is being activated in May, and during this month, Saturn is there. You could feel that some type of financial pinch, or there's some type of restriction in some way. You may be really putting the work in, or the discipline, however, to correct that. It's possible you feel like your values are being questioned or challenged on some level, and there's something you feel that you might not quite understand with regard to your resources, values, or anything physical. On the 17th, Mercury will form a square. This is something discordant. This is a tension basically building aspect with Pluto in your sign. There may be some discordance once again with family or anything related to the fourth house of what keeps you or what sustains you. It may be about where you live, possibly. And this might be complex and intense. It could be. And the sun moves into Gemini, Aquarius, on May 20th. And another air sign, really beneficial for you. And there is a trine between the sun and Pluto in your sign. So this is very interesting. There's an easiness here surrounding your fifth house of parents and children, creativity, love, leadership, and recreation, or hobbies. You may be asserting yourself as a leader, Aquarius. Your courage and willpower will be amplified. It will. And anything you want to regenerate is it's very favorable. It's could really happen for you this month, and it could be creative. It could be a relationship that you maybe want to create with somebody. And so, last but never least, we have Pisces, right? And so this is all taking place in your first through your third houses. So this is your personal life is changing, or your values about that, right? And your third house of learning, siblings, short-term travel, willpower, Pisces, and skills are all activated. This is happening in an earth sign, so this is favorable for you, as Pisces is a water sign and mixes well with Taurus, an earth sign. So the sun here is adding clarity, courage to any decisions or intellectual pursuits, or simply your thoughts, right? More clarity. And Venus is in your third house. So relationships with siblings or cousins, maybe neighbors even, can improve this month, or they may be very important for you, Pisces. Your own planet Neptune is in harmony with Jupiter in your third house. You may be feeling enthused about your projects or ideas. Extended family may be important, cousins or the neighborhood community, as I mentioned, and you may be going on short trips this month, Pisces. You could. Your second house of resources, values, and what sustains you is also lit up this month, and what's important to you may have a lot of weight this month. Definitely, what's really important to you could be just super important, right? You may be more so this month. You may be working more on your own self-sufficiency this month, Pisces, and improving your finances may be relevant. It could be important now. The sun moves into Gemini on May 20th, and this may give you some clarity surrounding your living situation. Very interesting. Your home family or whatever sustains you. It may be clarity about the past. The sun in your fourth house brings courage and willpower to something potentially emotional. And that's always good for you guys, because Pisces is a very intuitive but a very emotional sign. So this is a very good balance for you guys. On May 23rd, Jupiter is really your co-ruling planet, right? And they also rule Sagittarius, but this is your co-ruler. So on May 23rd, Jupiter sextiles, it creates a very nice aspect with your own natal planet, Neptune. So this is really favorable for you. You may be having discussions based on spiritual or ethereal topics. Maybe you are also intuitively trying to kind of figure out how to maneuver something in your life, you could. And you may be like spiritually kind of looking at how to expand in your life. That's very interesting. Yeah, it is. And your own willpower and enthusiasm can be boosted at this time because you're trusting your intuition. So very important too. We're just trusting ourselves. That's really what we're doing. We're trusting our soul, right? Yeah, that's really what that's about. And something could be growing or expanding with regard to service, compassion. You could be dealing with some endings right now, Pisces. You might be dealing with some type of an ending, uh, in order to have a new beginning, because something's definitely changing for you, and something might be healing, right? Maybe, yeah, something could be healing or improving or getting better. But be careful not to become too enthused with Jupiter there about something that you're not entirely clear about. Yeah, make sure that you can, make sure it's not a little bit blurry, right? Yeah. Because Jupiter can, make us feel really excited about things, and sometimes Pisces is dreamy and doesn't see, it's harder to see, kind of. It's just harder to see a situation sometimes. So Jupiter can come in and let's do this, right? Bam! It's a very impulsive energy too, Sagittarius, and your co-ruling planet, Jupiter. Yeah, so be careful for that. And good luck, Pisces. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the little bell so you can get notifications. Yeah, definitely. And good luck to everybody this month, because it really is a good month. Yeah, it is for everybody. Yeah, thanks so much.